Hello everyone, Carolina Elevators&EAS back again, and I'm here with...
F_EAS.
Yep, and I am doing another weather radio collection video. I kind of did a lot of collecting recently, and all that collecting is pretty much over, because I am out of space now, and I'm probably not going to be buying any more radios in a long time, because as you can see, well, my shelf's filled up, that table's filled up, and I don't really want to put radios anywhere else. I also have 2 radios next to my computer, too. But actually, speaking of my computer, we might as well we'll just get into it. We're not going to do any more explaining. We'll just get right into the video. So, starting here next to my computer is my Whistler WS1025 scanner, which is the rebranded Pro 405. Do alert test on it. Love it. Yeah, this thing is actually
That thing is so
awesome.
That thing is so loud.
Well,
I was sitting on my MacBook and I heard it echoing downstairs on my room because that's how loud that thing is.
Well, it's right next to my microphone. My microphone's right here and the radio's right here, so it's pretty close. And then up here on the wall, we have one of 2 Midland WR120 DSPs.
Rain chances return late Friday through early Saturday.
Right here. This is a really good radio. This one actually does not have bad reception. My other one does, but we'll get to that later. So here's the alert test.
There you go.
Sounds so funny.
No, right?
It's kind of satisfying.
It is.
Anyways.
It's like the
Yeah?
It's like the regular easy after alert chirp thing.
Right. Oh yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the chirp on that thing is funny whenever it gets an alert. Anyways, that's next to my computer. So now we're going to move over to my, I guess you could say my scanner table, if you want to call it that. So we'll start here with my CAL. This is my Uniden BC178 XLT.
In the mid-40s. Friday.
Time for the amazing alert test. This thing is loud, but I love it.
Cow radio.
Yeah, it's a cow, but I love it. It's really loud. I want more cows, but they're kind of big, so I don't really have anywhere to put them. And then right here is my Radio Shack Pro 405, the sort of OG. The Whistler was the rebrand one. This is the older original Radio Shack one. Well, the Great Comms are actually older, but those are rare. Anyways, we'll do another alert test on this. Oh, yeah, you get the point.
Carolina out 20 nautical miles.
I had the volume cranked up quite a bit on this one. And then right here is my very beloved Uniden BC370 CRS scanner and weather radio.
Coming north 20 to 25 knots, wind. Seas 6 to 9 feet.
Love this thing a bunch. I love the AM/FM activation. That is the best part of this radio. Because with the AM/FM activation, it's really awesome because I can get alerts that are farther away from here and actually have a radio go off for that. That is just awesome. I would recommend this if you could find one because they're amazing. And they work great as scanners in general. And then over here we have my Radio Shack Pro 163 triple trunking scanner. We'll do a alert test on this as well. Okay, I think you guys get the point of the that siren by now. But anyways, then moving on, my Radio Shack 12-254 portable radio. This is one of my favorite portables. Turn it up so you can hear it. And we'll do an alert test on this one too, because I can actually alert test this if we go into test mode. And then we have to open up the little thing at the bottom. If we press 8, that's the test beep on this radio. Pretty awesome.
No.
What happened?
I just realized I left my freaking HH50 in alert mode.
Bruh. HH50 suck. HH50 suck. I don't even have one because I don't like them. Anyways, right here is my pretty cool Radio Shack 211679 weather alert radio and CB transceiver. It's currently charging right now, but I can take it off the charger. Hold on. We'll take it off the charger so we can demonstrate it here. So we'll turn it on. Listen to this really cool startup sound. Love that. It scans and then weather radio channel.
Northeast winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeast 10 to 15 knots after
There you go.
midnight.
This thing, the CB transmitting is not very far. It's only like 1,000 feet. I tested it myself. But it's still a really cool radio, and the alert tones on it are awesome. I wish it had an alert test, because the alert test, if it had one, it would be amazing. The alert tones are so cool, especially the watch tone. But anyways, that's the, I guess, de facto scanner table. So now we'll get to the main shelf. And I guess, since last time I did this, I started at the top. We're going to start at the bottom this time. So we'll start with these guys. So these are my HHs. This on the left is my HH54VP version 16. I have the button beeps on it, off on it right now.
PM.
We can do an alert test on this guy as well. There you go. And then my version 15 HH54. Alert test this guy as well. Slightly slower. Also, the backlight I think is a little dimmer on that too. Love the lower button beeps personally as well. That's just a personal opinion that I like those more. And then the Radio Shack 12-259 2003 model.
Diminishing to
I got this from Faraday from a trade. There's your alert test. This is a really cool weather radio. Like it a lot. The button beeps are annoying, but other than that, it's pretty cool. It definitely is a battery chugger, though, so I have it plugged in 90% of the time. Anyways, then down here, we've got the good old Radio Shack 12-260 lineup here. So here is the Radio Shack 12-260.
day, north winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming...
It's okay. It's pretty quiet, though. That's the max volume alert test. And then next to that, we have the black version, the Radio Shack 12-550.
West winds 5.
This is the 550. This is not the 093. The battery covers I'm missing on it too, but oh well. This one is louder, so you can actually hear this a little more. Both of them work okay. They're just mid. I wouldn't say they're great. They're just little weather radios that are cheap and easy. And then over here, we've got my barrage of other portables. So here we have my Solar Crank CR1009. Which Kev wants one really bad. And they're...
Yeah, that's the most favorite sound right there.
And they're super loud. Like, this thing is loud. I mean, you can hear it really good even in my collection. Like...
I actually just bought one too, so it should be ready to go Wednesday, hopefully.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, these are loud. I kind of wish it had a screen. But other than that, the alert siren is definitely the highlight for this radio. And then above that, we have my G-Storm G70W, I guess, is technically the model number of the G-Storm, but here it is.
In the afternoon. Speeds 4 to 6 feet, building to 5 to 8.
Love the speaker on this thing. Sometimes I'll even take this thing out as a Bluetooth speaker because the speaker on it is that good. Anyways, down here we have the ER lineup. So this is my Midland ER50 right here. Turn it on. Come on. Come on. There you go.
20 nautical miles to 100 nautical miles offshore.
This is probably the worst ER radio of all of them, in my opinion. But it's okay. It's not bad. Oh, you scare me with that alert tone over there, Kev. And then, my Midland ER210. This is the one I've had the longest.
Showers and scattered
And, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not good. That's what I've always said about this radio. It's not a bad radio. It's alright, and I've taken it with me a couple times. And then we have my Midland ER310, which is obviously my favorite ER radio. This thing,
7 to 12 feet.
awesome.
Wednesday, northwest.
There it is on. This thing is awesome. Great DXing, great interface, button layout. Everything about this radio I honestly like. It's my favorite ER radio. It just blows all the other ERs out of the water. If you can get a 310, preferably at a cheap price, get it, because these are awesome radios right here. And then here we've got my WR120EZs. So this is my first WR120EZ. This is was manufactured in 2012. Gotta love it. The antenna is actually broken on this one, because, funny story, back when I had this 120 set up on my super old setup that really was messy, I jumped onto my bed, fell, And then half the antenna broke off along with it, so that's why it's broken. But it still gets KHP31 fine, so it's alright. And then we have my second Midland WR120EZ. This is a 2021 model, and this one I have connected to my Silent Call strobe light. Right there. Of course, just like any other 120. And then this is my third WR120EZ. This is a 2014 model. There you go. That's all three of them. Those are all my 120s, and that is the bottom shelf done. Now we'll move on to the next shelf, which has pretty much all my new radios, I guess. So we'll start over here on the left with my First Alert WX67, which is actually a first gen.
Can lead to difficult navigation and stronger
The speaker kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's a little creepy, I'll be honest. It's kind of a creepy radio.
Who is that?
My WX67.
It sounds so weird.
It sounds so weird, the error beeps especially, like... it sounds so... It's loud, like the beeps on this thing are actually really loud. Anyways, then above that we have the newest addition to my collection, my Midland WR30.
with a temperature of 52.
You have to walk away from it for it to get good reception, because for some reason if you get next to it, the interference is just absolutely terrible. But if you're away from it, it works just fine, apparently. I'll do an alert test on this one too. Siren, here it is. It's the recom before the recom. Anyways, moving along to my ultra beloved and probably favorite weather radio of all time, my Uniden WX100.
It was 54 degrees.
I'm going to be doing, I'll do all the alert tests, so here's alarm. I hear Kev alert testing his WX100. Here's statement. Watch next. And warning. The most beloved one. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is just fun to mess with and tinker with.
Another chip.
Also the most expensive radio in my collection, obviously. I got it for an okay price, I guess. It was 145 bucks, but it did come with a box, which is actually up here in my closet. Here's the box. Right there. And then above my WX100, we have my good old Radio Shack 12-996.
Tuesday, sunny.
Awesome weather radio right here. The good old touchscreen radio. Everything about this thing is amazing. This is one that most people know. This radio has unfortunately become pretty expensive in the market. Mine was a little expensive. It wasn't that bad, but it was still quite a bit. Anyways, then here we have my Emerson EWR850.
Clear. Lows in the lower 20s.
Which is also kind of an alternate version of the First Alert WX27, I guess. It's got the 90s alarm clock siren on it. It's pretty cool. I love the look of it. That's my favorite part. And then up here we have my Accurate 08510 RX, which says no signal right now, because this radio has not been activating. So I changed the same codes on it, so hopefully it goes off now. But,
Chance of rain 70%.
there it is on. There you go. Pretty cool, interesting looking radio. I hate the screen scrolling on it, but that's my only problem with it. And then over here we have 2 of 2 Midland WR120 DSPs. Do the alert test again. There you go. Here it is turned on.
Upper 40s. Lows in the upper 20s.
Pretty awesome radio here. Again. And then up here we have the very, very crazy Redicus TR625.
From Surf City to Cape Fear, North Carolina.
This radio, we all know, is absolutely insane. Insanely loud as well, as I find the alert test here. It's so loud you can actually hear the speaker popping. Also, a WR120 copycat. Anyways, yeah, I really love the loud siren, but other than that, this radio is just really weird and has a lot of very strange, typos and other funny stuff. But it's still cool, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. And then down here we have my Recom R1650A. No high-low switch.
Seas 4 to 6 feet.
Which
Subsiding to 2 to 4 feet.
sometimes sounds like it's dying, but thankfully it's not. Hopefully. And here's the siren test. This is actually the test siren, because the last thing it picked up was a weekly test. Or, nope, it's doing the warning. I guess I must have reset it or something. But there you go. There's the siren test on that. Pretty cool radio here. And then up here is my Radio Shack 12-521.
Wednesday, northwest.
With a wonky tuner, because this thing will sometimes die and then come back to life. Anyways, moving along, we have the amazing Honeywell RN507W.
Wednesday night, northwest winds 10.
This is a loud tuner version. When I say this thing is loud, it is loud. Like, wait, let me do it. That's volume 5. Like, that's loud, man. That was volume 5. And it's still, like, louder than my 262 and 521, which are on volume 16, so. And then down here, yeah, you really should. They're really cool, but they die, so be careful. Anyways, down here is my Sharecom WRP50.
Seas 2 to 3 feet.
That has speaker problems, but still goes off, thankfully. So, it's alright. I wish it had an alert test, but it doesn't. It does sound like a telephone, that's for sure. And it's a first header, I will say that. That's really cool. And then down over here, we have the alien radio, the Jensen JEP725, which I have on alert mode right now in KHP31, but we'll turn it on here.
In the afternoon. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Rain in the morning.
There you go. This is, of course, the knockoff SFA 1150. And then up here, we have my Midland WR11. Alert test. Love that alert siren. It's actually pretty loud, too. And we'll turn it on as well.
At a frequency of 162.550 megahertz from Winnebago, North Carolina. For detailed weather information for your location, including extended forecast.
There you go. Yep, there's the WR11. We love it. And anyways, now we're moving on to my next shelf. So why not get started here on the left with my Midland WR300. This is a version 8.
From Cape Fear, North Carolina to Little River Inlet, South Carolina, out 20 nautical miles.
I've had this one for quite a while, and I really like it a lot. Here's the alert test on it. It's slightly lower pitched. I guess I can also do the siren level thing. Hold on, I gotta find it. Kev, you really like cheeseburgers. Kev really loves his cheeseburgers. Anyways, up here, my Midland WR400. This is, I think, technically a version 2. Pretty loud. And then over here, we have my Radio Shack 12-262.
Feet. Wave detail. North.
Awesome radio. Siren test that there. And then up here, we have my Sangean CL100, which that's not an OG antenna. It's just an antenna that I'm placing there for now, just so I can get some signal. The buttons on this thing are also worn out from many years of use. Let me see if I can find the siren test here. Work button. The buttons are not working.
Holy, that's loud.
It is. I have it on high. Yeah, the buttons really suck on this thing now, but other than that, it's still cool. Of course, loud being the cool part as well. Love the siren. I love everything about this radio other than the antenna arthritis, which made this radio have a broken antenna, but hey, still cool, and I, of course, love it. Down here, we have probably my weirdest radio in my collection, my Max Digital CR01NW, which has the warning and watch lights on for whatever apparent reason. I think some wires in the radio must be messed up or something, because there's definitely no warning or watching effect, I can assure you that.
Becoming northeast 5 to 10 knots.
There's it on. We'll do the alert test. This has the button beeps copied the WR100. But I do like the siren a lot. And this thing is actually really loud, only when it goes off. And then up here we have my Recom R1650C. This is a 2006 model. Right here. And I have this connected to my Recom RA1603A Lite. A little bit of a flash warning here. There it is. Pretty awesome. Of course, the 60 hertz buzz problem, which I found out is actually a result of the AC adapter.
5 to 8 feet.
As you can see, it's buzzing.
The off.
Oh well, it's not damaging the radio from what I've noticed, because it's been plugged in like that for months, so. I might get a replacement adapter to fix the buzzing, but for now I'm just going to leave it that way. And then down here we have my Midland 74200. This is a version 8.
Northwest early, then becoming northwest 25.
Pretty cool radio. I wish it was louder, but other than that, I really like it a lot. Kind of looks like a VCR player. And then up here is my Radio Shack 12-250.
35 knots, diminishing to 20 to 30 knots.
Pretty awesome, and I can also do an alert test here, actually. If we turn it all the way down, hold down off while it's starting up. Oh, but, okay, I messed it up there. Try that again. There it is. Now it says test mode on the screen, alert. You push it. There's your alert test. It took me years to figure out that this thing had an alert test. Dummy me. I never knew this thing had an alert test for all those years. And anyways, moving along, my Radio Shack 12-991.
Night. Northwest winds 25 to 30.
And this has become one of my favorite weather
20
radios.
to 30 knots.
I love this thing a bunch. The Xing on this thing is great. It's just a cool radio. Other than the menu. The menu's annoying. But other than that, I love it. And then above that, we have my Radio Shack 12-247B, which has come to replace my Radio Shack 12240, which is out of service. I will show you guys that later. Here's the alert test on this thing. This thing is loud. Honestly. I kind of wish you didn't have to hold the test button for so long, but other than that, I love it. And then over here, we have the WR100s. We'll do them together. So this is my Midland WR100 version 2, which I got through a trade with Faraday 1056. Oh, I forgot. This thing does not have an alert test.
34 p.m. The beach 1.
Love this radio. Pretty cool. Overrated in the community, unfortunately, but it's still cool either way. It's okay. It's not bad. And then the version 4 Midland WR100, which this thing still only activates when it wants to, unfortunately, so oh well. And then up here we have my First Alert WX150 up here. This is a normal version, not a high pitch. I want a high pitch. But it's still alright. It's not bad.
Telephone.
Yeah, the telephone's annoying. That's the one stupid part. Anyways, then up here is my Emerson WBS12, the really cool radio with the phone charger and everything.
Gusting to 30.
Speaker's kind of crap, but other than that, it's really cool looking. And I tested out the phone charger, and it's actually not that bad. I don't use it for regular use, but it still works if you ever want to use it. And these radios you can get them for pretty cheap too. So if you want one, go for it. They're not bad. So now we're going to move up to the top shelf here, starting here on the left with my Radio Shack 12-519, my beloved 519 here. I've had this thing for a long time, since 2021, I think. And it's definitely done me great service. We'll turn it on.
The wave height 5 feet. Wave period 10 seconds.
It doesn't actually sound too bad. I know that these things do have speaker issues, though. Or they're famous for that. And then up here, above that, we have my Radio Shack 12-261.
It's 12 feet. Wave period 10 seconds.
Alert test this as well. Though I think everyone already gets the point on the 262 siren. And I just heard Kevs as well. And then over here, we have my AlertWorks EAR10 WH. Love it. Had this since 2020, and it has done me good service since.
Spam.
Oh yeah, the spam. Wait, I have to. It's super funny. I actually have a wire external antenna though on this right now because the reception's kind of crap. But other than that, I love this radio. And then down below that is my Midland 74109. This thing is an absolute classic. And I've also had this one for a long time, since like 2021. And it's been working pretty good for me ever since I got it, so not bad. And then here we have my amazing First Alert WX167.
Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour.
I got this back in 2021 on Amazon, believe it or not. Oh, let's alert test it. Gotta love that siren. And also the screen scrolling with the text for the counties on the screen. That's really my favorite part. And up here we have the zone guards. So this right here is my regular Eton zone guard, which I don't really want to turn on because I don't really have to go back there and hit the side button. But it's still a pretty cool radio. I've had it for a long time. Sometimes it wants to fail activation, but that's its only problem. And then over here we have my Eton Zone Guard Plus with the modules I have sitting next to it. I will do a scratcher test on this.
The lower 50s.
That thing is just absolutely horrible, but funny at the same time. It's horrible, but funny at the same time. You can also do the modules. You can test those too, but I don't really want to go back there and push the buttons. So, anyways, then above that, or not really above that, but to the side, we have my MG Kit MD319. I can alert test this. We all love this radio right here. Ew, advisory siren. Anyways, now moving on to the last main radio that I have set up is my, actually no, not the last one. This is my Optimus CR307.
To 4 feet in the afternoon.
We'll do a alert test on this. Gotta love that. It's the 90s alarm clock siren. And this radio, I believe is actually a rarer version of the CR307 because the secondary model number for this is actually the RareShack 12-1610. But this, if I can get under there, okay, I don't really want to go further under there, but if you look closely, I'm going to zoom in. That actually is a 12-1610A. Where is it? I'm trying to find it down there. Where is it? Yeah, it's right there. It says right there, 12-1610A. See the A above the AM 530 thing. Yeah, this is an A. This is not the regular 12-1610, which does lead me to believe that this is actually a rarer version of the CR307. I don't know if this radio will be popped up on the rarity chart, because this specific version is not on the rarity chart. I'm guessing because it's just a cat number difference, but I know for a fact this thing is rarer than the regular Optimus, which makes this actually my rarest radio. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, now my last radio that's actually in service. I forgot to even talk about my Eton SolarLink FR600, which I have sitting on my window here. Turn you on.
Afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet.
There you go. Yeah, this thing, after a while, it actually can get sticky, which is kind of weird, but it's really cool. It's a second header. That's what I love the most about it, is the second header activation. We all love second header radios, like the DSP and the MD319. That's always the best thing ever. Anyways, that is pretty much all my radios that are in service. So now we're going to go into my out-of-service radios, which are over here. So up here where I need to organize some stuff up here. This is an Oregon Scientific WR196T. I don't really know what to do with this radio, and also the side, like this side here, as you can see a little, if you notice, if you look closely, it is bending. So I don't really like that. I don't really know what to do with this radio, to be honest. I'll find something to do with it eventually, but as of right now, it's just kind of sitting here. I'll find something to do with it, though, at some point. And then in this drawer is where all the other out-of-service radios and some other junk I have lie.
Drawer of Doom.
The Drawer of Doom, yes. So this is the Pro 404, the RaceShack Pro 404, and you all probably have seen this thing like off to the side, not turned on. And I don't have it on because it's really quiet and it's batteries only, because I don't have the cord for it. And I actually, as you can see now, the antenna is bald. I put the antenna on the 211679 over there. And also, this thing suffered a drop, as you can see by that little mark right there, unfortunately. We'll still do an alert test, though. Pretty quiet. The advisory tone is sped up on it compared to the 405. And then over here, we have the RadioShack 12-240. If you're wondering where it's been sitting back here with its blown-out speaker not doing a thing. I don't know if I'll get the speaker repaired on it one day or not. That's still a question that needs answered. I don't know if I'll ever do that because I don't really have space for it anyways. But right now, it's just sitting there out of service for now. And I guess we'll mention one more radio that you see in my videos a lot. It's not a weather radio, but I'll mention it anyway. My Sangean ATS 909X2. my good old DXing radio. I actually caught an E-skip on this thing earlier today. I got a Connecticut station on this radio earlier today. It was a short E-skip. I'm probably not going to upload it to YouTube since it was only one catch, but it was still pretty dang awesome. So this thing is a great DXer for FM and AM and shortwave and airband, pretty much everywhere. This thing's a great DXing radio. It's expensive, but I can assure you, at least from my experience after having this thing for over a year and a half or more, it's worth it. I will say that. If you can find one that's half the cost of brand new. So, that's that. And that's actually, I think, yeah, it's going to wrap up my weather radio collection video, which is, the weather radio collection has grown quite a bit. But this is probably going to be the end of my collecting for a long time, because, like, I don't have any space anymore. I am out of space. I am pretty much done. But honestly, I'm not going to complain because I consider my collection complete. I love it. I'm proud of it. And I don't need to keep going at this point because, well, I'm happy with my collection, and I'm going to be happy to record more EAS alerts with this collection, and I'll be ready for this summer season, this severe weather season, because things are going to get interesting hopefully in the future. I hope this year brings some interesting stuff so that these radios can endure some chaos. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this weather radio collection video. So this is Carolina Elevators and EAS signing off along with
F_EAS.
Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. From Carolina Elevators and EAS, see ya.